And now, CBS 19 News continues.
Well, he's one of the best-known voices in TV, but right here in Cleveland, Ernie Anderson made his mark with mayhem.
He sure did, but now he's in the fight for his life. Michael Shesky has details in this special report on the man Clevelanders know as Ghoulardi.
I don't know why the hell they remember that, because it wasn't that great.
Well, you might get an argument on that one, Ernie. You hit Cleveland like a bombshell, working at every station, but you changed us all when you put on that silly disguise.
Nobody could ignore him. You can dislike a person on the air, or you can love him, but if you can ignore him, you might as well, you know, give the guy his ticket and have him go home. But nobody could ignore Ernie.
30 years is a long time, but the character that Ernie Anderson created is still very fresh in the mind of his fans. In fact, even Ernie can't believe that his legacy has lasted this long. I recently visited Ernie in California.
Yes.
He's pretty ill now, but he's still as feisty as ever.
You come out to California.
He played Ghoulardi from 1963 to 66. He was a media anarchist who got tapped to host a late-night horror show and who put on the beard to save face.
I got that fright wig so that I wouldn't be recognized and ruined my chances as Ernie Anderson announcer. So I hid behind that fright wig and a bad voice that I created. Hey, go, there go, you know. You're pretty tricky, right? You didn't catch Ghoulardi, I'll tell you that.
He was recognized all right, and that still baffles Ernie decades after he left for California.
It was a long time ago that I was doing the Daffy Ghoulardi around the place. And people still remember it. It's, to me, amazing.
Two people that do remember Ernie from Cleveland are Jack Riley and Ann Elder.
He was like the Howard Stern back then, you know, in the 60s. I mean, nobody had ever been irreverent like that to, especially your bosses. I mean, David Letterman does it now, and so does Howard Stern, but Ernie was the first.
Ann battled Ernie while directing him and Tim Conway at a recording session.
These two guys looked at me and said, "Who are you? What is your name? And we never want to see you again. Get out of the booth." And I was banished.
Cougar, the man's car.
The big voice made Ernie a national name, but it was the maniac with a beard that made him a legend. We showed him films made 30 years ago by his assistant, Ron Swede. Films that have never been seen by the public until now.
Geez, I don't have any of these things. That's wonderful, man. I don't know who to show them to. I don't know anybody that wants to watch them. When you're given an opportunity to do something and you have no idea what you want to do, and I didn't, so you just made stuff up on the fly. It's amazing and it's wonderful and I'm glad I did it, but it's nothing that you really consciously want to brag about. You were who? You know, you did what? With a beard and a mustache and you screamed and hollered.
Ernie's in his 70s now. He was forced to retire because of his health, lung cancer and a stroke. But he still has a lot to be thankful for.
I have all my literacy and all my understanding of what's going on. Some guys